announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do four things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. If we care enough. If we care enough. If we care enough.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Relationships, after rocket science, may be the hardest thing to figure out. Since every relationship is different, it can be hard to fully understand the entire relationship. With that knowledge, it can also be said that when your partner is keeping you at arm's length but never giving you that intimate embrace, you may feel discouraged. You start to feel confused and a little frustrated because you don't know what is holding them back from making that full jump. You may also be here because you just started a new relationship and you're not getting that serious vibe from them. You need to make sure you aren't overthinking things and they are acting a little sketchy. Emotionally unavailable partners can be extremely hard to decipher. They will act one way today and another way tomorrow. Obviously, you really care about this person or you would not be here right now. So let's dig in. Number 1, they won't leave any of their stuff at your place. Leaving some of your belongings behind every time you come over can be a usual subtle sign of commitment. Leaving your belongings is kind of like marking your territory. You are planning on coming back and claiming your property. Now, this is usually okay to do if your partner is on the same page. If you attempt to leave some clothing or shampoo and your partner stops you to give it back, it may strike a nerve. Now, your first thought would be that they are seeing someone else, but that may not always be the case. Leaving items behind in their place is a big commitment for someone who you would consider emotionally unavailable. This act may seem small and not a big deal to you, but your partner is going to see it as a huge commitment that they are not ready for. Now, they are not going to outright say that they don't want to see your stuff because it makes them uncomfortable, but instead may find another excuse as to why you can't leave anything there. This gesture can go both ways, as they may never leave anything at your place. Number 2, they rarely talk.
That's interesting. Hey, if you leaving stuff, you definitely emotionally open. You available. If you leaving, hey, heavy stuff tonight, man. We got callers on the line. I want to get them in here. If you're just tuning in, tonight's topic is a deep one, and I have an amazing guest with me. Delana Zimmerman is here with me, of course. You are LMFT, LCSW?
LMFT.
Licensed marriage and family therapist. I got it right. Tonight's topic, I'm single, but I'm spiritually unavailable. What does it mean to be spiritually unavailable for an intimate relationship? And she is cracking the code tonight, man. Very deep. We're talking about the difference between emotional unavailability as well as spiritual unavailability. And I don't believe that it is semantics. I believe that there is a difference between spiritual availability and emotional availability. Sometimes you could be spiritually unavailable, spiritually disconnected, and go do something that feels good. There's the emotional connectivity right there. This is why they have that old saying, if you want to get over somebody, get on to the next one, right? Because that's taking your focus and your attention off of what you might need to process, and you'll go do something that feels good. But this is why I stated in the same book, The Relationship Dismount, just because it feels good to you doesn't necessarily mean it is good for you, and just because it feels bad to you doesn't necessarily mean it isn't good for you. A lot of people get that little nuance twisted, way twisted. But we got callers on. Let me get Attila back in here to finish her thought. Attila?
Yes, sir. Okay, so I kind of wanted to address Dr. Delana's question about how does that function in a room. So something that I've observed with myself is that I have walked into a room, you get ready to, let's say, open a door. People will move out the way when I come because my energy field is that strong. I've seen situations where I'll get in line and people will turn around to look at me to see who's behind them. So I say all that to say, perhaps it's not spiritual unavailability. That's the question. Maybe it's spiritual unattainability. That's the question.
Spiritual unattainability?
For people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
So in regards to like a relationship, if I am ascending and my partner isn't, perhaps they just haven't attained a certain level that maybe I'm on. And so maybe that's the disconnect. Maybe it's not so much that I'm unavailable to them. Maybe there's just a certain level that we need to reach together in order to reconnect. Because I'm wondering, is it a question of alignment or a question of being unavailable?
Well, they're different things because sometimes in relationships you are moving through life at different frequencies. You can still be in a relationship with each other, but you may be moving at different frequencies. So I would say that may cause misalignment in the interaction or the emotional stability in the relationship. You guys are maybe experiencing things different ways, different perceptions. But I think what we're talking about when we say spiritual unavailability is that you're not even emitting a signal. You're not available to join frequencies with another person. And I think what we're talking about right at this exact moment is that you still have a soul tie or a spiritual tie to the previous experience. Remember I said earlier that the body is determining my choices. I don't know our mind, body, and spirit. I'm not always aware of it. So when I feel these feelings in my stomach or my chest and my throat, I don't want to feel it anymore, So when relationships end, I'm single, right? And I'm spiritually unavailable. Oftentimes is that I'm in the addiction phase. I don't want to go through the withdrawal symptoms of releasing this individual. So I stay connected and trapped in almost like a web of what the relationship was or what my ideal of the relationship was. And I keep hoping and praying that something magical is going to occur in my life because I liked when it was high. I liked when it was good. I was sure that this was my person. And so we have to understand that when this thing ends, it requires a withdrawal period. And the body doesn't like that because it's not getting the serotonin that it needs, that it usually gets from the phone call, from the text. You're not getting access to the oxytocin. You're not smelling that person anymore. You're not getting the pheromones anymore. So the body is like, where is my drug? Where's my thing? Where's my feel-good thing? And so what happens is if I can't have it, then I shut down completely and I don't allow any access to me. So that's what I think the difference is with a misalignment or a difference in alignment. Remember, we emit frequency. Like you said, you get in line, somebody's got to see because they feel the energy of it. But sometimes we're stubborn and we don't want to risk right now disappointment. We don't want to risk growing into the next phase of our development. We may not even have faith that we can feel that pleasure or peace again.
Attila, guess what you just did with them questions, child?
All right, Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580, non-judgmental space. We want to hear your perspective on this. To speak to what you were saying about self-awareness plays a crucial role in overcoming spiritual unavailability. By developing a deep understanding of one's own emotions, fears, and desires, individuals can actively work towards dismantling emotional barriers and opening themselves up to intimate connections. But you got to get past those barriers before you can be open to feel what intimacy feels like without the filter of the unresolved past. Or like I like to call it, the unrequited wounds demands. If you can feel intimacy without that, now you're at a different frequency. You're at a different vibration. And now you can even attain a different level of gratitude for where you are in the moment. Many people are so scared of feeling good in the moment, they run back to the known. Even if the known is toxic. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Self-awareness allows individuals to recognize patterns of behaviors and thoughts that contribute to spiritual unavailability, creating opportunities for growth and change. Here we go. When I come forward, I'm going to South Central LA. LA is in the building. Yo, if you want to bring your city, you know the routine. 1-800-920-1580.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do Black history every single day. In fact, as the only Black talk radio station west of the Mississippi, we are Black history. Our annual Black History Month luncheon is fast approaching, and we want to be sure to give you ample time to get your company, organization, church, or group to join us at this year's celebration on the last day of the month, Thursday, February 29th at noon. Last year, we honored iconic local Black media personalities, including Pat Harvey, Jim Hill, Mark Brown, Beverly White, Sandy Banks, and Pat Prescott, and raised $20,000 in scholarships. This year, we're honoring Black Hollywood creatives who have used their artistic genius as climate justice champions. At this year's luncheon, we will be showcasing and sharing their inspiring work on our big screen. Plus, a scrumptious meal, live music, great company, and lots of fun with your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts. So contact us today at info@smileyaudio.com or call 323-290-4690. That's info@smileyaudio.com or call 323-290-4690. We hope to see you Thursday, February 29th as we close out Black History Month. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your Black.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga. My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes,
why should we be silent?
Turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower use for adults only.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. What track is this? This Mike? Janet. Bring it on.
Suspect you might be emotionally unavailable, like you feel disconnected in your relationships and you don't really know who you are, or you tend to lose your identity in relationships. You're always chasing love. You need to validate yourself externally. You don't have that internal sense of self and you don't feel whole alone. These patterns in relationships where you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men and you struggle to leave because you have a deep fear of being alone, they are all strong signs that you are emotionally unavailable and that this video is for you. So I'm going to firstly define what emotional unavailability is, and then we're going to go through the 10 signs that you might be emotionally unavailable, and make sure you stick around to the end because I will go through the steps to show you how to start healing so that you can become emotionally available. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Amy and I help women who are sick of falling for unavailable men to break the cycle of toxic romantic relationships by healing their core wounding underneath so that they can be happy alone until they attract a healthy partner. And if you'd like more content on this topic, please do click the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get the bell when I post a new lesson every week. Before we begin, Heal Your Heart School is open for enrollment, so if you'd like to know more about how to work with me, make sure you stick around till the end of this lesson. So let's dive into what is emotional unavailability. The actual term means that you are unavailable to your emotional experience and you are detached from parts of yourself. So you have a superficial connection to yourself, you have a surface level understanding of your emotional world, but you're unavailable for whatever reason, which I will unpack, to connect more deeply to your emotional experience, to how you feel about yourself, your identity, and the world. And all that's available in your awareness is either this kind of like monochrome emotional experience or really big, strong emotions. So you might be just kind of like holding it in, going about day to day, and then all of a sudden you have this massive emotional surge because you just aren't aware of the more complex nature of your emotional world. You are cut off from it. It's kind of like the difference between seeing a black and white film as opposed to seeing a film in all of the colors of the rainbow, right?
So, Delana, do people really struggle with processing their emotions? Because I'm listening to her and it seems like it's a real struggle for some folk.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm one of the folks, by the way.
But I mean, if we don't know how we operate or what we are, or how this machine works, then of course I have a problem managing my emotions. People don't even know emotions are chemicals released in the bloodstream that you feel in your body. Like we learn that in health class, that, you know, the endocrine system, but we don't understand the relationship to how it shows up on a Thursday night, or when you look at me like that, or when you use that tone of voice, and I feel that feeling in my body. I don't understand what just happened. It's fight or flight. It's fight or flight. It's nothing else. It's fight or flight.
Wow.
All the time. it's fear based. Third Eye said, is that his name? Third something.
Yeah,
He
in the
said,
chat.
Yeah, he said that women crave emotionally unavailable men, and in our culture, our mothers were emotionally unavailable. So that's how we know love. So it's not a craving for it. Women want emotionally available men.
Right.
They want someone who can feel, who cares about their emotion, who they can emote back and forth with, generally speaking. But if the mother is emotionally unavailable, then she creates an emotionally unavailable daughter and an emotionally unavailable son. And we are in relationship with each other. We have insecure attachment. We are dismissive and avoidant. And when an insecure attached person, they want more. Give me more, give me more, give me more. The dismissive person, as we've heard tonight, can stonewall, can withhold their love the way mom withheld love. And so that's why the insecure one is like, oh, that's the way mommy loved me. That's the way I know love. So I reach for it more. And it ends up in a domestic violence case in many cases.
In many cases.
Right. And so what we're talking about is not knowing how to manage. The dismissive one seems to be the winner, but they don't know how to manage their emotions either. So that's why they cut off. The insecure person doesn't know how to manage their emotions either. So they're like, gimme, gimme, gimme. They're busting the windows out. They're
anxious, preoccupied.
Yes,
yeah.
they are like, I need this love. I need it so bad. And the other one's like, I need it too, but I can't need you.
Ooh, but I can't need you.
Uh-huh.
Wow, heavy stuff. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here while we can. JW, South Central in the building. LA showed up. Talk to me, J-Dub.
Hey.
What up,
Happy
man?
Valentine's Day to everybody that believe into I say that Valentine myth or commercialism, but the true nature. Anyway, let me move forward.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is this: it's a sectional thing, or category thing, or level thing, or different boxes, or different rationales, or realities, or situations, or circumstances, but it originates internally, which is spiritually. And like you said, our body is based on body, soul, and spirit. So there's the three different levels right there, right? And our bodies is always associated with what? The world system. We're connected to the earth, right? So that's the world system, and that's what influences us or teaches us or gives us misdirection or false knowledge or something that's, I call it what? Fiction. And it's not reality, or it's not truth, or it's not spiritual, or it's not genuine, or it's not real, which is universal, which comes from God. You follow my point?
I follow your point, but I want you to land the plane.
now I'm going to land the plane. Like I agree with what everybody said. There's different dimensions or categories or degrees or different type of environments or circumstances and behavior patterns that come from, like you stated, the genes, and it manifests in the emotions or the spirit. And I think that you correlate the emotions with the spirit. I think they both can exist at the same time. But like you said, knowledge is power, and if you don't know something, you're afraid of it. But once you become aware of it or know it, then you have no reason to have the fear because you're knowledgeable and you can function in a logical manner as well as a spiritual manner or a truthful manner.
Okay, brother.
Or high conscious. Higher conscious. How about that?
Okay. JW, guess what you... Okay, J, now, you know you can't just keep going. You see me trying to get in here.
I brought LA, I brought South Central in the house.
All right, now. Jay gonna get it out. That's one thing I love about J-Dub. We appreciate J-Dub, too. He call in and he be dropping jewels. You just got to tune in. That's all. But he be dropping jewels. Thank you, J-Dub, for the call. You brought South Central Los Angeles in the building. We gonna make a quick transition just down the way, down the 405 to Long Beach. I'm staying on point. LBC in the building. Now,
Lafayette family.
maybe the 710. You can get there by the 710 if you on the Pasadena, San Gabriel side of it. You know what I'm saying? Alhambra or something. Hop on the 710. Shoot down right into LBC. But if you on the west side, you gonna hop on that 405. Maybe even the 105, and then take it to the 710. What up? I'm staying on point. How you doing?
Lafayette family, and greetings to Dr. Zimmerman. Oh man, I was at work and I saw your text come out about this topic, and I said, "See, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go."
He cutting up again.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I will be brief. I'm single, but I'm spiritually unavailable. That just simply tells me that you are a ship without a soar. You are reckless. You're telling me you're single, you're ready to be out in the streets, and you don't want to have any accountability to God. You don't want any direction. You don't want any accountability on how you treat people. You just want to be out there doing what you want to do. And to me, you know how we look, Alafia, okay? I can't mix with that.
Right.
Okay? And I don't care. Yes, oil and water can mix as long as you shake it, but I'm not ready for that ride. I don't want that ride. So you're not going to shake me. That's not what I want for my life. We're not going to match. Everybody has had great points. Doctor, you have been awesome. But this is just a red flag to me. It just says a person that doesn't want to live right. They want to live life. Or no, let me take that back. They want to have life live them. They don't want to live life.
Ooh, and listen, you think you are disagreeing with us, but the reality of it is, child, you on point. See, y'all hear me say this, and I've been saying this. Well, let me see. March will be, year number 2, 3? What is this? Yeah, for me. I've been saying this since I've been here, basically. Relationships are inherently spiritual.
Yes.
So if you cut off the spiritual piece and thus become spiritually unavailable, I was going to save this to the end, but she done popped out the bag on me. But no, that's fine. She's absolutely correct. If you're only going for what feels good, you're not necessarily getting what is good for your higher elevation.
But if I just think on my body, I'm only going to go after what feels good. If I don't know that relationships are spiritual and that I have an opportunity to unify with another frequency, I have the opportunity to join a grid, then I'm only going to join my vagina. I'm only going to join my penis. I'm seeking the physical component because I don't know that I'm not my body.
Wait, stop it. Stay with us. I'm staying on point. When we come forward, we going to come back with Shaka Khan Through the Fire.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. At least one person is dead and several people are injured after a shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves said 10 to 15 more people were hurt in the incident. Graves added 2 people have been arrested. The mayor of Kansas City said the White House called to offer any help. It's not yet known what led to the shooting. No team personnel were injured. Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott is using federal COVID relief money to purchase a pair of hotels to house the homeless. Mayor Scott, who is black, announced the city will pay $15.2 million to buy the Sleep Inn and Suites in Holiday Inn Express along North Front and Gay Streets near the south end of the Jones Falls Expressway. The Baltimore Board of Estimates will consider the deal next week, which includes paying more than $3 million to the seller to manage the hotels. The money comes from the American Rescue Plan Act. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough.
Hey, LA, when you're trying to get where you need to go, like work, school, and what matters to you, Metro is here to get you there. With discounted fares and free pass programs, Metro is making public transportation affordable and easy to ride for everyone. Plan your trip at metro.net.
City of Los Angeles landlords that own rent-controlled properties, you are now able to increase rents by 4% for your rent-controlled properties. An extra 1% per utility up to 6% can be added only if you pay the entire gas and electric bill. And don't forget to give your tenant an advance 30-day written notice for rent increases of less than 10%. It is state law. Learn more about the rent increase at housing.lacity.org. That's housing.lacity.org.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007 they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR has returned. This topic is really triggering to me because it is peeling back some personal layers. And I like that. I like to learn. And Delana Zimmerman, my guest, she is cooking with rarefied grease right now. Grapeseed oil, avocado oil even, truffle oil. It is high cotton up in here, and she's giving us this information, and I love it. Tonight's topic, of course, another heater. I'm single, but I'm spiritually unavailable. And one of our callers, I'm staying on point out of the LBC, she's on the line right now. We're about to bring her right in. What's very interesting about what she said, she picked up on the impetus of why I created the topic, right? I'm single, but I'm spiritually unavailable. It is not just sending out a vibration that says, don't approach me. In a lot of ways, it's sending out a vibration that says, yes, approach me. So I can get drunk on the emotion that comes from superficial interaction. That's heavy. That's what I'm staying on point brought to the table. Are you there, young lady?
Absolutely.
Please talk to us more about that, and then we're going to have the doc break down what you're saying.
Well, it's just pretty much what I've already said. You know, I'll probably be dating myself, but I thought of the old school car insurance commercial survival insurance, and I said I just can't take that ride.
Right.
Because I love me some me.
Mm-hmm.
And, because if you're spiritually unavailable, then I must condone the behavior that's going to come with it. And I don't have time for that. I'm doing the work that I need to do. And so you're going to bring me back. You're going to take me back to a place where I have to dig myself out of another hole because you're not in it for the long haul. So it's with you telling me that you're not spiritually available, thank you for letting me know. That's the warning label. I appreciate it.
But you know what's really heavy? I want to throw this by both of you. Because I've heard people say this, and this has been kind of my thought process too. And that is, I've heard people say, call your energy back from those who you've shared this energy with. You can call it back, right? And I also see being spiritually unavailable in that context as well, by saying, I've shared with people that didn't really appreciate it, so let me call it back to me. And maybe in doing that, I'm shutting myself down a little bit because I don't want to share my spirit right now. I don't want to share my spirit with someone else who doesn't value the human aspect of who I am, right? Because I believe in order to be in a healthy relationship, you have to be in a relationship with a whole human being. In other words, even aspects of themselves that you don't, that you don't like, right? Like, I don't like that about you. But the love I have for you is so genuine, we can find ways to work through and evolve and level up or whatever. But if you can't be in love with the total me, it's like we're setting ourselves up for failure, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on pulling your energy back as a means of being spiritually unavailable? Dr. Zimmerman, and then we're going to I'm Staying on Point.
Mm-hmm. I think it's an important thing to do is to not make yourself available if you're not available. It's responsible. Like the opposite of what we're talking about is that I'm not available to give you what you deserve because I have to first have a whole relationship with myself. Self-love is key in the restoration or the resetting or whatever it is that we want to call it, me coming back and recalibrating myself through my experience. But either I'm holding out for something else to happen with this person, so I'm spiritually unavailable for that, or I'm still in the process of healing, of changing my internal ecosystem. So keep in mind, I'm spiritually unavailable because I need to feel differently about myself. I need to have a different experience. When I wake up in the morning, I may be melancholy. I may not have enough serotonin to make it through my day, to want to engage with other people. I may not have the energy to engage with other people or to bring other people on. But is it Mimi who's on the line?
No, this is I'm Staying on Point.
Oh, I'm staying on point too. I'm staying on point is that when people come to you that are irresponsible with their life, or that are irresponsible in relationship to you.
I've been that.
Right. If you're aware enough of yourself, if you have enough self-love and enough self-awareness, then you don't assign that yourself to that person. That's beautiful. That is an act of self-love. But if the person triggers the nervous system that is subconscious and like the love of your mother, you may assign yourself to it anyway because it's what you know, and then you wake up from it 3 years later, 2 years later, 6 months later, and you're in a cycle again. If we don't know ourselves, we don't know ourselves. And sometimes we have to have another experience to learn that part of ourselves. But what Point is talking about is that she is self-aware. She can smell it. And so instead of getting back in that boat again and finding herself on a deserted island.
Right.
She's like, oh, no, I don't want to be in the irresponsibility with you. But what I hear you talking about is I'm responsible enough not to make myself available when I am not whole yet.
That's what I'm talking. I love it. I'm Staying on Point. Your final thought?
Alafia to everybody. Everything is 100.
You enjoying this topic, ain't you?
100. You don't even know how many red lights I ran to get home.
Guess what? We love you. I'm staying on point. And guess what you just did?
Love you. I brought the LBC in the building.
LBC up in this mud. Hey, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we going to Dallas, Texas. My good friend, my brother, your brother, True Monger is on the line, and we going to have his theme song ready.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
It's time to represent your community in the 2024 presidential primary election. When you vote, you get to decide what is best for you, your neighborhood, and your family. Use your power. Make a plan to vote today. Visit plan.lavote.gov. That's plan.lavote.gov to get everything you need to vote in the March 5th presidential primary election. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
That was another way. I would smoke once an hour. That didn't work either. All that would happen at some point of the day, I would end up doubling up. Other ways that I tried to quit was I stopped buying cigarettes totally. But if I took 3 puffs off of 15 friends, those didn't count because they weren't my cigarettes and they weren't full cigarettes. I went through a lot.
Every attempt is part of your story to quit for good. Visit Kick It California today at kickitca.org.
Climate justice, climate equity, climate resilience. By any other name, we demand environmental justice in 2024 and beyond. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we don't black down. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertari Plessy. Nefertari felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
In your eyes and I can see you've loved so dangerously. You're not trusting your heart to anyone. You tell me you're gonna play it smart. We're through before we start, but I believe that we've only just begun. This good, there's no saying no. I want you so I'm ready to go through the fire.
Okay, hold on. We know my playlist is my co-host, man. You know how many people don't want to go through the fire?
Nope, that's what we talked about.
She said
the withdrawal symptoms you don't want to go through.
Boy, Shaka Khan was a grown woman, man. Shaka Khan is grown. She talking about grown-up relationships.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Andy. Real quick. Put on I Commit by Howard Hewitt. I mean, I just want to show y'all a few
You messy.
things.
You messy.
I'm just, let me see. I Commit by Howard Hewitt. Because
if I can't commit to myself, I can't commit to you.
Come on. My playlist is my co-host.
Hey.
I can look you in the eye and tell you I can't do without you. I want to live my life like an open book to you. Like a thief in the night, the way you stole my heart.
Keep it. I don't want it back.
I know it's in good hands. Baby, I commit to love.
Come on. Okay, one more. I got one more. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I do's.
What is it?
I don't know if y'all ready for this one. I don't know if they ready for this one. Are you? Okay. I'll think about it.
Okay.
I don't think they're ready. It's a Bilal record.
What you know about Bilal?
What you mean? What I know? Okay, the record is called Sometimes. Okay, what you mean? What I know? We're going to do this. We're going to get our caller in, and then we'll play that one afterwards. True Monger from Dallas, Texas. You're the final caller of the night.
I heard payback's a breath on the trigger. That's why I'm sick of getting treated like another damn stepchild. Kill a punk cause I ain't him. You gotta deal with the 9 double limb. The day's coming at you all hate. Just think, and brothers decide to retaliate. And try to keep me from
True Monger's play. This is True Monger's theme song. We play it every time he calls. True Monger, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Oh, man. How y'all doing tonight?
Great.
Man, we on fire tonight. You hear what's happening.
Yeah. Boy. Single and spiritually unavailable. Sometimes it's necessary.
Yes.
You may be going through something and you really don't. You may be struggling on how to process it or how to express it.
Mm-hmm.
So you may need to cut people off a little bit. I think everybody has done that to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
It also could be. I don't want to say this. It might not. It could be that you're not unavailable. You just may not be expressing your emotions the way somebody may want you to perform them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They may want you to act a certain way or express in a certain way that make them feel.
You're not showing up the way they want you to. Oh, I see. Yeah.
They got an image in their head of how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to talk. I'm like, you can't put me in a box like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going every day, whether you realize it or not.
Right.
We may not always discuss it. It might be some stuff that is just internally something I need to work on. I can only explain so much, and you may only understand so much. Because I'm not in your body and you're not in mine. I'm not in your head and you're not in mine.
Nah, you know what's heavy about what you're saying, though?
Mm-hmm.
When communication don't work, that means communication is broken to begin with. Like, if you get to a point and say, we done talked about this enough. The reason why we keep talking about things is because we don't have adequate answers. That's why we keep coming back, because whatever answers we're giving each other, they don't suffice.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You may have a person, I'm not going to talk about this no more. As if they've talked about something to the degree that the person listening understood and came away with something. You think because you respond that you're communicating, but
not always.
That's not always the case.
No, in a lot of cases, they're just trying to avoid the conversation.
Yeah.
And that could lead to somebody being emotionally available. I'm like, if I'm telling you what's going on and you're just not listening, the communication is going to cease after a while.
Ooh.
Then you're going to wonder why. Then you're going to wonder what happened.
There you go.
Like,
so true.
You weren't listening.
We got to push forward, brother. But you cooking, you killing. But guess what you just did, my friend?
Just brought Dallas in the building.
Dallas, Texas is in the building because of True Monger. Tomorrow is my Friday, so you know I'm going to have another slapper of a topic. But before we move forward, I want you to tell us what you have available for sisters. You have a subscription, right?
I do. I have a subscription, Live, Learn, Practice Coaching. I provide a video for the week, a meditation for the week, and then we have a Zoom on Thursday for women only. It's only $29.99 a month. And it's a very cheap way to be in contact with me.
So what's the link?
Oh, my Instagram is Delana Zimmerman Therapy. Go there and click on Zimmerman Therapy on Instagram. Go there, click on the link. If it's not something that you're interested in, you should tell somebody you love, because the lives are changing. I mean, people are transforming their thinking in a month's time.
Right.
I mean, it's revolutionary. I don't know how much time we have. Okay. I want to say something about what True Monger said.
Go ahead.
Sometimes, when our needs are not met in our childhood emotionally in the family system, we grow up believing that someone else is responsible to meet our emotional needs. You know, your first romantic partner is supposed to make you feel good, whole, complete. It's a lie that we believe. And so that's why we struggle in relationships with other people, because we have this perfect idea of what's supposed to happen. Every time I feel this, you're supposed to know to do that, like we did with our parents. We thought our parents were supposed to know how to manage us in a particular way, but they didn't. So we don't understand love. So we make other people responsible for how we feel. We think they're supposed to fix it. They're supposed to slam their hands down our throats and turn off the switch of disappointment, or turn off the switch of lack of trust. I have to be a secure person. You can't make me feel secure. You're not responsible for the thing that happens inside of me. I am. And so if I'm going to be available to you, I have to know that I have to manage me. And then I can be available to you. I have to heal me, and then I can be available to you. I have to become me, and then I can be available to you. You better sign up for the subscription. Tell somebody you love. Tell your mama, your auntie, and them, so they can get information they would never otherwise get.
I'm going to tell you what I heard. You can't become you until you heal you. Ooh, Lord, I'm sorry. That's what I heard. You're not even you until you get... Oh, Lord. Okay. Listen, when we come forward, the fire shall continue. You already know what's up next. Jill Monroe, RSVP with Jill Monroe. Play that record, man.